Excuse me? Knock knock? Hmm? Who's there? Who are you? Who are you? Who is that? I don't even know what to call him. That's how confused I am. Who is that? Speaking of which, I'm hungry. I did almost lose again because I'm an idiot for some reason, and I keep choosing the wrong thing and not noticing the fact that I can click on the shoe. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming at the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Oh, hello. I say you saw a red cloth to show a red cloth to a bull. Fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young one, at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going, like a light. They've got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. Not hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you get enough of your plate on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worried about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all?
Huh?
I've seen the rare breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. I saw she was wearing a muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edward seen it too, I'd reckon.
What does that mean?
In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. Yeah, they are. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 9. Where did the witness go? I'd like to resume. Where's the Onigiri lady? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Why is he mad? There's something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it's time we continue with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Did they tear apart his car? It's Seems the prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me? Knock knock?
Who's there? Who are you? Who are you?
Who is that? I don't even know what to call him! That's how confused I am! Who is that?
What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Who are you? Who are you? Your eyes... Everything about you is weird. The orange jacket, the cross tie, the emblem, the glasses, the eyes, the haircut, the beard. Everything's weird. You're like Mr. Bizarro. Weird man. I'm just gonna call you Bizarro.
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that bank came in.
Who on earth is he? There's fake tan, too. Ah, it's you. Who are you? You're not saying anything. Bizarro! Are you dead?
What? I wasn't expecting. What?
Oh. Oh, sorry I'm late, Edgey. The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, hey, Edgey. How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Your name's Edgey? Oh, no, he's just shortening Judge. Busy smizzy. Edgey, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Edgey seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all the trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? No. This is the first time I met him. This is the chief! This is the chief of police! McGee is the chief of police? What? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Hi. Why are you staring into my soul? Name's Gant! Damon Gant! What? Pleased to meet you, everyone! Okay, Bizarro. So, to what do we owe the honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Mr. Star wasn't just seeing things. Miss Star, when the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Why are you playing with your hair? Why is it memorizing? Are you meaning to distract me? Why are you playing with your zigzag hair? On Lil Worthy's card, no less. Are we having a staring contest? What is that? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call the switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, his wardrobe has nothing to do with this. Even if he is wearing a fake tan for some reason. How could you miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators were this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to... I didn't read that. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Why is it going by itself? I have no desire to hear your excuses, is what he said, but he started talking and it was going on his own. Have a little look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature's there. Miles Edgeworth. But that's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. Ooh, hair. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense to favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. I would have a boo-boo and it would sting. And if I can't hit my gavel, then what kind of judge am I? Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. You can point at people if it cut on your finger!
Come on, just hurry up and open it. Okay. But, I'm not doing this. What's going on?
I'm being forced!
What is this? There's a small tag on this knife.
It seems to say SL92.
What does that mean?
Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 or DL6 incident fame.
But it's strange.
Huh? What is?
I'm not certain. I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow.
I'm guessing this was evidence that was going to be thrown out. That the killer hid. What the frick?
What? Don't scare me like that!
I'm the one who's scared!
Look at the knife blade. The tip is broken off.
This dark red stain. Blood? Stained in a few places. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag inside. Stop calling the scarf a muffler! You're making me think that they bent a freaking pipe around it! This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife? Sure thing! Not a problem, not even a little one, really. Department and disorder. This knife is special! I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. I feel like you should have talked a bit more. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Edgey. We haven't exactly announced it yet. It's been 2 years, though. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order. Order. Order! Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places.
The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Apartment in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto! But I can't say that now. Not that. We've established the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler! And stuffed into a muffler! Can you believe it? Unless there's evidence to prove a connection. This knife was found at the scene of a crime. Yeah, I'm extremely hungry too. I think in a few minutes I'm actually gonna log off so I can go eat. It's fajitas tonight and I'm hungry. I can smell it. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rhino. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Rhino. Evidence that links the knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try pressing the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So, how are things down at the department? Let's see. There's a small tag on the knife. Something else to look at here. This? Is this it? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Detective was killed. Dang it, I didn't press. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened to the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Edgey? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, and when the victim died. We know where the victim was found and when the victim died, but how the victim was killed. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we were in the force call stabbing, with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit, we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at this very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence?
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say it's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it here. How can you say there's no connection? Hell, because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Why is everyone calling me Righto now? Well, if you can prove there's connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two mirrors together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office. One at the police department. It can't be a coincidence.
And that knife. What was it doing there?
I better check this knife out. I did check it out. Your Honor! Oh, dang it, that was wrong. Dang it, that didn't work. Nope, that's not it. Goodman. Yes. Oh. Oh, dang it, no, okay. I thought I got it, but I didn't. Oh, there we go! Found it! Wait a second. Piece of paper. Ah, at last, a honest-to-goodness objection! This knife. This has something to do with the Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Ha! In honest-to-goodness, what do you mean? From Edgey. This is great! Look at the tag on this knife. It says SL-9 2. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s. 12-2. Your Honor, it's upside down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. It's L9. Same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Order. Order! Well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rhino! I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We were in a shape. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. It was in fact a murder weapon. Nice, nice, nice! Good show, Lil Worthy! It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was hidden in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
That was a bad day for the department. What if I do this now? Dang it! That's wrong. What am I missing? I'm missing something again. Yeah, Oh, okay, found it. Where the victim was found. Let's try that. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that.
The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Here's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Grant to testify about the details. What if I press him now? Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Oh, yes, finally! I figured it out! Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Righto. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony he just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be many connections for it to be a coincidence. Well, fake Tamaki? Oh! You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. Hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really?
Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate. I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842. Wait. Wait a second. Wait. Wait a second. Wait. That's Goodman's ID. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. I don't even get the first number right. It's 5842189. Well, Mr. Wright, does that tell you anything? ID number of the victim at the police department. It tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning. It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You see the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. It tells you something. What does it tell you? Witness. What is it, Miss Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing. Like you always do. The police department. Prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered. At one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh? Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney. Remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? It means that the victims are the same person! Huh? Wait. The ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That starts 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right! Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's why I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Wright-o! Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. I don't understand what's going on. It's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time and in completely different locations? Order. Order! Order! Chief, what does this... No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Wright. Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department had made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. Grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? The one I sent out?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait! Excuse me, my name's Mr. Edgeworth. Anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, as the request of the chief, sir. I've got a report, sir.
You don't mean him. According to Meekins, he didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lena Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm sure if the officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Big Tat McGee, you're weird. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy! Huh? I was just doing my job. No! No! I'm not pressing anything. It seems you have come to the end of the trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? We were even in the defendant's chair just the past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. This time? Really? You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued. And that's gonna be where I leave it off. I can't believe that he did that. I won't turn away reports 100 times. He's just standing in front of a chalkboard, just like, I won't turn away any. I won't turn away reports. I won't turn away reports. I will check all evidence. It feels up his alley doing that, honestly. So good night, good day, whatever time it is for you. Yeah, I'm so hungry. Onigiri lady made me so hungry. And there's fajitas waiting for me, so I'm gonna go. Anyway, good night, good day, whatever time it is for you, and goodbye.